Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are rediving deep into a topic that affects almost every single one of us. The feeling of being stuck. You know that feeling, right? Like you're spinning your wheels, watching life pass you by while everyone else seems to be zooming ahead. You see people on social media launching businesses, traveling the world, getting that dream job, and you're just ... here. It's frustrating, demotivating, and honestly, it can make you feel completely lost. But what if I told you that feeling stuck isn't a dead end? What if it's actually a launch pad? For years, I was the king of feeling stuck. I had a job that paid the bills but drained my soul. I had dreams, big ones, but they were collecting dust on a shelf in my mind. Every Monday felt like a mountain I had to climb, and every Friday was just a brief moment of relief before the cycle started all over again. I'd scroll through my phone, seeing others achieve their goals, and a little voice in my head would whisper, "Why not you? What's wrong with you?" I tried all the usual advice: make a to-do list, set goals, wake up earlier, and sure, those things helped a little, but they didn't fix the core problem. I was still stuck in the same mental quicksand. The real turning point for me, the moment everything changed, was when I stopped trying to escape the feeling and started to understand it. That feeling of being stuck isn't a sign that you're broken. It's a signal. It's your mind and your heart telling you that you've outgrown your current situation. Think about it like a plant in a small pot. For a while, it grows just fine, but eventually, its roots hit the wall. It can't grow any bigger. It becomes stuck. It needs a bigger pot. It needs to be repotted. That feeling you have right now? That's your signal that it's time to repot your life. So, how do you do it? How do you break free from this inertia? It starts with one surprisingly simple, yet powerful concept: the 1% rule. Forget about making massive, life-altering changes overnight. That's a recipe for burnout and disappointment. Instead, focus on getting just 1% better every single day. Just 1%. It sounds almost too small to matter, doesn't it? But let's do the math. If you improve by 1% every day for a year, you'll end up nearly 38 times better than when you started. That's the power of compounding. Small, consistent efforts build incredible momentum over time. Let's make this practical. What does a 1% improvement look like? It's not about suddenly running a marathon. It's about putting on your running shoes and walking for 5 minutes. It's not about writing a whole book. It's about writing one single paragraph. It's not about completely changing your diet. It's about swapping one soda for a glass of water. These actions are so small they feel almost insignificant. And that's the beauty of it. Your brain doesn't fight back. There's no resistance, no procrastination, because the task is too easy to say no to. You're tricking your brain into building positive habits. The second key is to redefine your relationship with failure. We're taught to fear failure, to see it as the opposite of success, but that's all wrong. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a part of success. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you can imagine. The difference is, they don't see failure as a stop sign. They see it as a GPS redirection. It's data. It's your lesson. When you try something and it doesn't work, you haven't failed. You've just discovered one way that doesn't work, which moves you one step closer to the way that does. So, give yourself permission to be messy. Give yourself permission to try things and not be perfect. The goal isn't to avoid failure. The goal is to learn from it and keep moving forward. Now, let's talk about your environment. You've probably heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is one of the truest statements ever. If you're surrounded by people who are negative, who complain, who have no ambition, guess what? Their stuckness is contagious. It will seep into your mindset and hold you down. You need to actively curate your circle. This doesn't mean cutting off everyone you know, but it does mean consciously seeking out people who inspire you, who are moving forward, who lift you up. Go to meets, join online communities, listen to podcasts from people who are where you want to be. Immerse yourself in the energy of growth and possibility. Your environment, both physical and social, is the soil your new life will grow in. Make sure it's fertile. The fourth pillar of getting unstuck is curiosity. When we feel stuck, we tend to shrink our world. We stick to routines, we do what's comfortable, and we stop exploring. The antidote to this is to become a child again. Be curious. ask questions, learn something just for the fun of it, with no specific goal in mind. Learn to play a new instrument on YouTube. Take a free online course in a subject you know nothing about. Go to a different grocery store. Take a different route to work. These small acts of exploration break your brain out of its rigid patterns. They create new neural pathways and open you up to new ideas and possibilities you could unsee before. Your next big breakthrough might be hiding in a place you've never looked. Let's tie this all together with a powerful exercise I want you to try tonight. It's called fear setting, an idea popularized by Tim Ferriss. Instead of setting goals, you're going to define your fears. Take a piece of paper and make 3 columns. In the first column, write down the worst-case scenarios of what would happen if you took that action you're afraid of. Quitting your job, starting that channel, moving to a new city. What's the absolute worst that could happen? Be specific. In the second column, write down everything you could do to minimize the chances of those worst-case scenarios happening. What's your prevention plan? And in the third column, write down what you would do to get back on your feet if the worst-case scenario actually came true. How would you repair the damage? What you'll find is that the nightmares you've been imagining are often preventable and almost always fixable. The potential cost of inaction, of staying stuck for another year, 5 years, or the rest of your life is almost always far greater than the risk of taking a calculated step forward. That feeling of being stuck is a universal human experience. There's nothing wrong with you for feeling it. But you don't have to live there. Remember, it's a signal, not a sentence. It's a sign that you're ready for more. Start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. What is one tiny 1% action you can take right now? Can you watch a 5-minute tutorial on a skill you want to learn? Can you write down 3 things you're grateful for? Can you go for a 10-minute walk and just listen to a motivational podcast? The journey from stuck to unstoppable is not a giant leap across a canyon. It's a series of small, consistent steps. It's about choosing progress over perfection. It's about being kind to yourself when you stumble and celebrating every tiny win along the way. You have so much more power and potential than you realize. The version of you that is thriving, that is happy, that is living a life full of purpose is not some distant dream. It's waiting for you on the other side of these small daily actions. You just have to start walking. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this message resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you build a life you love. And I want to hear from you in the comments. What is the 1% action you're going to take today? Let's hold each other accountable and support each other on this journey. Remember, you've got this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.